Good morning, everyone. Call to order the October 4th, 2023 County Board of Elections. First of all, I'll remind those present that it's my duty and obligation to maintain order and decorum during this proceeding. Therefore, please be reminded that this is that is governed by the Public Sunshine Act, and that anyone who wishes to speak may object at any time to perceived violations of the Act. So if you do choose to make such an objection, please do so succinctly, state your objection. And as a reminder, objection is not an opportunity for speech making. I'll now move to public comment. If public comment is governed by, again, the Act, and the commentators shall state where they live. If they're not a resident, that they're a Philadelphia taxpayer. And again, public comment is not an opportunity for interrogation, dialogue, or question and answers. It's truly a public comment opportunity and a chance for you to be heard. And we will maintain a budget of about 2 minutes. I may extend that time at my discretion, but I remind those present that all public comments must be relevant or germane to the board business. Finally, again, it's my duty and obligation to maintain order and decorum in this meeting, and therefore profane, slanderous, discriminatory, or personal attacks will not be tolerated. Please note that there will be a drop box and polling place change later in the meeting, so anyone wishing to be heard on those changes should wait until that time. Is there anyone here for public comment?
Yes, good morning. I would like to, my name is Rich Gorella. I live in South Philadelphia and I'm representing Protect Our Vote Philly. I would like to express our appreciation for a couple of changes that were made over the past couple of weeks in the conduct of these meetings. One was that the secretary started to read out loud the emailed in public comments, which I think is important because otherwise they weren't being included in the transcripts and there aren't any minutes. So there's no real way for the public to see what those were unless they showed up in person. So we do appreciate that. We also appreciate that the chair offered some explanation as to the reason for the executive session that had been announced at the previous meeting. We would hope and encourage that to continue, and we'd encourage those explanations to be even more detailed so that they could meet the standard established by the Commonwealth Court in Reading versus Eagle. That the intention of these explanations is so that the public can really understand the matter had to be confidential and the public had to be excluded. So I think, for example, in this case, if there's any ongoing litigation, as was referred to, that litigation should at least be named, or the topic of possible litigation should be made clear. So thank you for those two improvements. And I would like to remind the board as well that it remains your obligation under the Sunshine Act to actually keep minutes of these meetings and minutes. And minutes are really necessary for the public to have an official record of all of the actions of this board. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll now move on to any emailed comments that may have been submitted to the board. Judge Furlong.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As of 9:45 a.m. today, the secretary is unaware of any email comments received by the Office of City Commission.
So having said that, we will now move on to old business, and I'm going to ask Director Lynch to read the executive director's report.
Your Honor. The Sunshine Report for October 4th, 2023. County Board of Election report. County Board is now accepting mail-in and absentee ballot applications. Voters will need to turn by 5 p.m. on October to vote by mail for a general election. Voters may apply online to vote.phila.gov rather than returning the paper application. As of yesterday, approved 9,497 vote by mail applications. Of those, 54,852 are paper applications and 34,645 are electronic applications. This includes civilian, overseas, and military voters. We have a total of 1,506 applications waiting to be processed.
Okay, again, go ahead.
Technical glitch. I'm sorry, Director.
Good.
You can continue.
The final appeals to nomination papers have expired. The ballot is now finalized and the preparations are underway. Mail ballots will be in the mail at the end of the week. Drop boxes will be unlocked the day after the ballots are mailed. Tuesday, October 10th, 2023, we will open our satellite office. Return it in all the voter registration union for the election to date, they have processed 98,275 applications, of which 13,700 stay currently and some as of October 2nd, 142 wars in person. The 3,000 were committed to work. Okay, for the voter registration unit, the election cycle to date, we have processed 98,275 applications, of which 13,700 were paper apps. Staff are currently processing application and stuffing provisional envelope. The election board, as of October 7th, the unit has trained 1,442 board workers in person. Up to 3,000 people have committed to work on election day, and 378 people have done the online training.
Thank you, Director Lynch, and the Sunshine Report will be made a part of the permanent record of the board. I'll now move on to new business. Is there anyone here to present any objection or concern regarding the moving of the drop box that is presently before the board, which is the King Sesson Recreation Center at 4901 King Sesson Avenue, to be moved to the corner of King Sesson Avenue at 50th Street? Hearing no comment, Mr. Lynch, will you present the
Yes.
move of the general election drop box relocation?
Sure, the new drop box relocation, the drop box at King Sesson Recreation Center, which is 4901 King Sesson Ave, is to be relocated to the corner of King Sesson and South 50th Street, which is right across the street due to construction at the recreation center.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move the 2023 primary location as indicated by Director Lynch. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? So that motion passes. Now I'd like to have the polling place relocations. And I'm going to ask Mr. Stroman to present the polling place relocations. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to or the moving of a polling place? Hearing none. Mr. Stroman, you may proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. The first two changes are in the 18th Ward, the 14th Division and the 15th Division. Moving out of Al Aqsa Islamic Society at 1501 Germantown Avenue to the Tajid residence at 250 West Oxford Street. That is basically the same complex, it's just across the street.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move 18th Ward, 14th Division within division as recommended. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You may proceed.
The next two are in the 24th Ward, the 15th Division and the 16th Division. Moving out of Calvary St. Augustine Episcopal Church at 814 North 41st Street to the McMichael School at 3543 Fairmount Avenue, and they are both moving into their own ward.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved and accepted.
Next one is in the 41st Ward, the 11th Division, moving out of Holy Innocent St. Paul's Church, 7001 Torresdale Avenue to the Tacony Branch Library, 6742 Torresdale Avenue, and this is due to a refusal.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move as Mr. Stroman has indicated. Do I hear a second? All in favor? Aye. That is accepted. Mr. Stroman?
Next two are in the 41st Ward again, 17th Division and the 21st Division. Again, moving out of Holy Innocent St. Paul's Church, 7001 Torresdale Avenue to Jack Costello Boxing Club at 6846 Torresdale Avenue due to a refusal.
I would move that we accept the professional staff's recommendation of the movement of these two polling places. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? The motion carries. The change is accepted.
Next two are in the 46th Ward, the 5th Division and the 6th Division, moving out of Mastery Harity Charter School, 5601 Christian Street to Boys Latin Charter School at 5501 Cedar Avenue, and that is back to the original location.
I move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move these two polling places as recommended. Do I hear a second?
Second as the vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Judge Furlong, do we have any other items to be added to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Judge Johnson, do we have any other items to be added to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman.
I'd like to make a privileged motion that we adjourn this meeting to the call of the chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.